In for repair today we have our John Deere 6930. We also have a 6910 and a 3050 two-wheel drive. Mick is busy working away at the Mitsubishi forklift and Connor is spraying up an old water tank. Just a quick shout out to Swan Agri. If you watch the recent episodes of Contractors, which is on TG Car every Thursday evening, you would see Shane in action. Now Shane, I know you probably wouldn't come down to Finnegan's here to get videoed, but the minute TG Car come on, he was up like a shot there. And yeah, but great episodes, covered in maybe 9 or 10 contractors throughout the country, the difficulties they faced in current times, and especially in the current weather situation as well. So great bit of footage there on the lads. Best of luck there, Shane, and Hollywood bound, I'd say. Also, it's great to see Cahill, who's Shane's father, involved in the business as well, and Effie, who at the tender age of over 80 is still very much involved in the farming aspect. So well done, lads. Great series. So first of all, we head over to Marco with the 6930. 6930 in with bottom step, a little bit more than cracked, Marco. It's
John B was climbing, brake.
So this step, the bottom step, is always the one that gets probably the most abuse, because lads are jumping on or hopping on it, and sometimes they can actually fill up with clay and muck, and they can get heavy and break. So this one has completely worn away. There is an option of maybe putting a welded piece into the back of it and all that, but it's just actually completely on tin there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we can buy these steps individually, and we have cut this one off. Marco has cut that one off, and we're actually going to bolt it back in because it comes with bolts and all. And I don't know why they don't use the bolts, whether it's some other reason.
It's easy to put on bolts and start welding them.
Yeah, because when you weld it, then you have to paint it and spray it and all that. Yeah. So we're going to bolt that into it. Is another job I see on it there when I'm looking into the roof, and again the roof liner starting to sag a bit. I think we'll just tighten up like what we did on the 6910. That seems to be a good job. So we're going to put the little studs into it there and kind of keep the roof from, because it's only going to get worse. Looking at it there now. So 6930 then should be ready to go.
Ready to go. Yep.
We have tilt ram here of
Mitsubishi forklift.
And the oil was
pissing out of it.
Yeah, well.
Out of the cap.
Yeah.
It was leaking externally, like.
Yeah.
I'm not aware that there was any problem with holding tilt.
Okay.
But we have it apart, so we do that.
So you've stripped it down very oily and wet around it there.
The problem with the cap coming off is tight, and you can get this sometimes with cylinders. But this is something I haven't used before. Put a couple of squirts in, ran it back in a few times, and came out dead handy. But it was very rough here on this particular spot, and there was 1 or 2 nicks there as well.
Would that be enough to cause?
Well, it's going to tear the seal, and the sharp edge is going to pull the seal out of it in there. That's your outer wiper seal there. To stop dirt going in that lip. This one doesn't really seal. This is your main seal here, this one, and this here is it's a nylon bush to guide, keep the rod away from this. But if you look inside in the bore there, I don't know, was it this one or the other end? I could see the pickup there, where that piece must have been. See there? Score on it. I'll give that a run of a flappy wheel anyway, just clean it up, take the roughness off it. But it's worth throwing in seals.
So you've just rubbed this down with the fine grit.
Yep. And I tried oiling and it seemed to go better. I don't know whether you're supposed to destroy or what, but finer the better if you can.
Yeah, well, so if anyone's any comments how actually the wood maybe sanded down, that's, I don't know what grit that is. Probably 400 is all we had. So Mick has rubbed it down and definitely has taken the edge off
there was raw edges. It's like a well spatter or something, isn't it? But how? Because it's up underneath.
It's up underneath, yeah. Look, God knows what happened. But
yeah. What's your, 18,000 hours?
Mick, you keep saying that.
Oh yeah, but the pins came out handy. Everything, nothing seized. They had grease in it, amazingly.
Yeah, well, that's it. Buy a Mitsubishi. You'll have it forever, isn't it?
They're simple.
Simple, yeah.
Straightforward.
So that's how we do it. To get a set of seals, put them into it, piston back in, and that should be it for another way. Well, Mick, you have the tilt ramp back in.
Yeah, just
actually, you haven't got it back in. We have it in on one side, half in. Seals are done at this stage.
Yeah.
Confident.
I throw an airline on them. And
yeah.
Like if you're inlet there, but in and out, Here out is here. I
So
put the
you can-
airline on there and put my finger on the other end just to see.
Just to see, yeah.
It can't be any worse than it was because it was flying out. But you look at the mess it's made here.
Yeah, and that's the problem way ahead then. It just gets everywhere then and it's stripping
Yeah.
all over the yard. And
Well, it was
throughout.
hidden in there because all this is covered. Because
Yeah.
I was sure was now the spills maybe still have seals order for them, but that's handy enough too.
You reckon you have a small leak on the
They seem to
valve
be
chest?
weepy, yeah. But to be fair, time
As you'd say yourself, with 18,000 hours mixer,
Weepy
something's
is
going
bad,
to go, isn't
isn't
it?
it?
Mick just loves that forklift, I tell you.
I do. Simple and straightforward. You like it too.
Ah, we do, yeah.
It's
yeah.
one of the best of them here.
John B, where's the wheel gone? It was here a minute ago, now it's gone.
Yeah, but there was a little problem with that wheel.
What's that?
Yeah, small one. Well,
So-
it mightn't have been small if it was kept on it.
Yeah, well, John was the one that noticed, in fairness to him, when he was driving the tractor, what was happening, it was...
Well, when you go to brake and all these tractors bring on your four-wheel brake and the next thing you get this clunk and bang and it was
Yeah.
way off, so your ratios were wrong.
Yeah, so we had a set of, look, between wheels here, chopping and changing
Yeah, we
here,
just-
on and
yeah.
off, and we were getting one sprayed up and rims, God knows what went back onto it, but when we actually looked at the ratio, we had the wrong ratio on it, and there should have been 28s in this tractor, instead
Yeah.
there was 30s on
30s,
it.
yeah.
And you mightn't think that's much, but...
It's a lot when you go to...
Yeah, when you hit the brake, that's really when you know.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible. Like, it was going to do harm.
Well, what happens is, as mixes, it
Yeah.
just binds together,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
So here we have the correct wheel. That's on the right side there, yes.
Yeah.
He has, this is a 540 65 28, and that's the one that actually matches the back, which the back is 650 65 38.
Yeah,
And
we're
they are-
going
they
to
are
take
matched
them
back.
off.
You're taking them off now?
Yeah. Because I'm putting 540.
580?
580, sorry.
580,
38.
yeah, he's all mixed up here.
580, 38's in the back.
Yeah. The wheels are actually a bit wide for it. Now that tractor, we kind of had it ready to go for rolling. Well, I'm not sure whether there's any rolling going to be done this year with the look of
I
it,
don't
because
know
we can't
where.
even get it sold.
No.
So we're just going to go back on a kind of a half normal set
Yeah,
of
and
wheels.
like you can use it for anything there
Yeah.
then, because it's a good tractor there.
Yeah, you like that one, don't you,
Yeah,
John?
it's a good
yeah, you
tractor.
took a bit of a fancy to that. Well, John, wheels are back on the 6910. I presume, well, I hope it's driving a bit better now.
Everything is perfect now. We have our ratios right. No banging with your brakes. Yeah, just perfect now.
Go on, time to get the out of there. We have our old water tank in. It's been on the farm quite a long time. Again, aluminium body on it, and it's great for keeping clean. At least the water is always clean. But the problem we had with it was we went to change tyres on it the other day, and we kind of came into a few problems there regarding getting the wheel studs off.
Yeah, we had a couple of wheel studs that refused to come off anyway. They were fairly tight, so we put the gun on it. They started spinning with them wheel studs with knurl on them. Yeah, this section here, the knurl on it. So it started spinning in the hub, so we had to burn them off it. We replaced them with new ones. So I'm just after welding in, because the knurl went on it. On the hub itself, it gone pretty sloppy as well. So I've changed a couple of studs, but I wanted to weld in a couple of them, make sure they don't spin next time they have to come off.
Yeah. So to do that, then you have to take the drum off, which
Yeah.
is not too bad on it. We thought
Yeah.
initially it was going to be.
Well, I was saying I'm after drawing the short straw on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one,
well,
but
yeah,
actually
yeah.
it was all right, because with the rust on these, sometimes they're a nightmare to come off. But there's two pushing eyes on them. So what you have is your 10 stud basically in the centre. So you have the threaded lads here on these. So you have your 10 studs around. So what you get is your 12mm bolt. Run them in. Yeah, they jack off the face of this, and then they push your hub out. So lucky enough it cracked, and it comes with a crack, and then they just pop, and that's it. And then it's just the hub slides out. Once you get the hub out, then you can inspect your brakes, make sure the brake linkages are all working on it, making sure there's no springs broken, anything like that. Sure they're all activating. If they need to be greased up or oiled up, any of the ones, the moving parts, the linkages, you do that. But the brakes actually on this, considering they're fairly meaty still, there's at least 18 mil left on them. There's a decent enough leading edge on them too. So we'll check the hubs then for oil, make sure they're all right. And now it's a full set, because if we put them back on, we're only going to be running with 6 studs, and that's just
just not the way
Just
to
not
go.
the way
so
to
it's
go. Not the way to go. Not for the sake of it. Like we're only a couple of hours doing it, and it'll be right then, you know.
Yeah, so
and
we'll
that's
pop
it.
the wheel studs in, and that'll be it. We'll probably check the other hubs as well as we go along.
Yeah.
We have it in for just a.
Well, we've
bit of
checked the
overhaul.
other hubs for the studs are all good. In
Good
the other
now,
hubs.
yeah.
Yeah. So this was the only one with real bother on it. So
Yeah.
that's it. So yeah, they're all. It's actually not in bad nick.
Right, we'll just go through lights and brakes then, and that should be
All of
it,
that.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Fill it, and that's it then, isn't it?
Keep Hubbles happy.
Yeah, keep the hubbles happy.
If
that's
you
the main
can.
thing. Yeah. Like a glove. Woo! Bit of a revamp on our water tank. You would have seen David putting new wheel studs into it there. So when we brought it into the workshop, Conor decided here that he would give it a little bit of TLC and give it a bit of painting. So he started on one side, and then all of a sudden he had the whole back of it done, and Paddy was giving him a hand just to clean it down. But as you can see, fresh as the hope to no end. Now we do have reflective stickers to put on the back of it as well. Not too bad to do.
No, it's alright, it's handy enough.
Handy enough. And what was the story about last weekend? The big birthday party last weekend. He was actually 21, and they were all out on the the tear last weekend. Conor included that. We might even have a few photographs. You wouldn't know. We might throw them in. They could be sensitive. I'm telling you that. But yeah, the lads had a bit of crack there last weekend. And happy birthday, Conor.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Look, you're going to walk away on that. We're just
Yeah.
going to give it a black and a green, and we're going to put a bit of reflective tape up the back of it, and that should be it, ready to go. So just to give it a little bit of a lifting, a bit of a revamp. Looks the part.
That does,
Masterclass, this lad. Masterclass.
Michelangelo.
Okay, Mick, we're here at what are we there? 3050.
I don't know what it is.
You don't know. You don't even know these
I
numbers.
don't know, it's 33, 36, 30, is it?
Mick doesn't know it's John Deere now. We probably
No.
know the case numbers are right, but we haven't problem with. We're putting new headlights on the front of it here. The other ones were completely, I suppose,
Dissolved.
dissolved. Yeah, as we said, this tractor now had a nice bit of rust on it, and we're just kind of finding it difficult there, seeing problems because of
Which
the
is
rust.
tying in with the problem I found here.
So we tried to wire it. Well, the wires
I
were there.
hooked them up. I checked it the other day. You said to me you're putting lights on it.
Yeah.
And I had power to the lights, but I had power out to the lights, but I hadn't got lights on, so there's no load. And I had power, but the lights on, of course, and the power disappeared. So
Yeah.
straight away it's a bad connection. I did that block, which is a standard procedure. Then I went into the fuse card. When I did the fuse card, and then I got 12 volts out there.
So that block is the one just here under the
Yeah, that one there.
on the cap.
Yeah, I use that contact grease. Well, contact cleaner first, and then contact grease. Then the card. We're in the cab now. Here's the fuse card here, and I'm seeing a lot of green muck. Try and get it out. If we look in there, things are pretty corroded. It's not as obvious with the light here at the moment, but when the camera's not on it. And there you can see the bit of green mould on the term along there, and there we might even have a burned out pin. See the green, that could be burned. See that? No, that's a divider. These strips here are your power. These silvery pieces, and in between is insulation. But I'd say fuse connections are pretty dirty, so we'd have to do a bit of cleaning up there. It's that track there, so I'm going to follow that track around. And it's all the way around here, so I should have continuity there, which I have, and I shouldn't have anything there on any of them. That's good. That's 30 there with our permanent live. So that's going around to that one, and nothing there. That's okay. And they're coming in. Well, that's fed from there as well. That one there is feeding this one, this. Oh. And that's a dirty connection because I should have power to there, which I have. I won't have it there because of the fuse out of it. We just check the fuse. The problem is I don't know what these fuses are for. And that fuse is, oh, see there, it bleeped in just as it was coming off it. Bad connection on that. Right. I'm going to pull them all and we check the rest and just see. We'll pull them all and we'll put contact grease on them. I've checked. Oh, it's okay now because I pulled it in and out. But when you put a load on it, it mightn't be. That one shouldn't be, and that's okay. Right, this is the card out of the what's that thing? 3350 green tractor, John Deere tractor. I've cleaned all those contacts there. You can see the black spots there where the rub is on. It's very hard to get down into them because that's recessed a wee bit. I've cleaned them with very light sandpaper. What I'm doing now is I've cleaned the fuses. Probably a bit of a waste. Probably should put new ones, but we'll see how it goes. And this is a contact grease which is very good. I put it on either side of it and push the fuse in. I've laid out the fuses there in the sequence to come off. I've done the rest of them here. And hopefully this will get us somewhere. Right, I think we're making a little bit of progress. I put my connection back on. I tried and I had 11 volts there. Oh, we have 12 there now. So we're fairly good on that connection, but still have no light. And what I did then was I went to my earth, which is the brown wire here. The older German stuff tended to be brown on earth, which is live on a house wiring. And I still have 12 volts there. So I have a bad earth. And we can prove that nice and simply. I changed my meter to amps, which is now going to turn into like a link to wire, which you could do the same test with. Around there, change that to DC amps, which is there. And if I connect it now to the earth, we have light. So I have a bad earth somewhere back along. Where? We'll have to go digging. But it's a bit of a result.
Very hard there, isn't it?
Ah, but James, how old is you?
Yeah, well, it's 19. Don't know if I was on the roof there. Is it 89 or 80? Something like that. Anyway. 88 actually, that's what it is. So yeah, look, we have the lights on. Will look well when we have them on, but just finding how high does that go, Mick? Now there is a way on it.
The lip on the top
is always to the top.
Yeah, the shroud I suppose to stop it shooting upwards. I think they'll have to do a bit of jockeying there. I might have to pair the edges here where they go in, and some of them may be a bit damaged. But if we're down to that, we're not too bad.
Maybe make enjoy the tea there. Huh?
I will. Keep the liquids up.
You've no doubt found the problem, did you?
Oh, they're working.
They're working, yeah.
And dipping heads, surprisingly. Now, I didn't try the head. I had one on, I don't know which of the dipper heads, but you tried them there now and both of them.
Yeah, they are working.
They wouldn't work initially and you flicked the switches on when they came on. But anyway, our problem, our air power is running obviously back from here to here. At some stage it's got to get back to the battery. I had traced back to here and I thought this was my problem. There's the brown earth there. And that was on there and it was very rusty and corroded looking, so I redid it down to here, and by coincidence that stud was loose. And I think we're a lot sharper on the starter now.
Oh yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah, because that's fresh enough on the starter actually.
It's a high speed starter.
From the sounds of it, yeah. Very hard to know with a lot of them nowadays.
So while this battery was connected, there was...
Yeah, but they would have been low because I'd lights on all morning.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the end, here, that wire was broken. I wasn't taking much notice of it. But then when I looked, that's brown earth going in there, and then it's going over here. This one was broken, so I broke the circuit to wear it back along.
Happy days.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
No, that really looks a bit corroded there too, doesn't it?
Yeah, but see what it's for? For your globe plug here. Do you know?
Oh, yeah, so yeah, it's in here.
But where that's hung on, I don't know. It's busted. I'll cable tied up on some.
Yeah, we'll tidy up there.
Yeah.
So we have lights now, so we can walk in the dark, make us say. So that's it for this week's Workshop Wednesday. A little tip just before we go. As you can see, Cahill has come up with a very novel idea here, recycling rags. Give a rag a second chance. And you can see that we have still plenty of rags. The guys will leave them after them everywhere in the tractors and that. Just get a box, throw them back into it, and they can be used again. So from everyone here at Finnegan's Farm, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel just to keep it moving along. You will get a notification. So yeah, we'll talk to you all next Wednesday.